Hello students, welcome to our channel. Today I am going to explain very basic and simple topic related to NEET, CET and board as well. So today I am going to explain about 12th topic, that is reproduction in flowering plants, and from that very basic concept, that is structure of Anatropous ovule. Okay, so today's topic is structure of Anatropous ovule. Okay. Before explaining this, you should know the concept of what is ovule, and this is very basic. Ovule is the female reproductive part of plant, or flower. It has three basic parts. That is, the base is called ovary, the long style, and the topmost part is called stigma. Okay, means this is the female part, okay, and ovary contains ovules. Ovary, see this ovule, and this ovule is in most of the angiosperm. Angiosperm means flowering plants. In most of the angiosperm, ovule is anatropous. We'll see afterward what is the meaning of anatropous and why it is called anatropous. Okay, so this is the female part. It is also called gynoecium. Okay, gynoecium. Or its members are also called carpel or pistil, or it is similar to megasporophyll. It is also called megasporophyll, and the ovule is called megasporangia. Same question has been asked here for NEET exam. Means ovule is equivalent to what? The answer is megasporangia. If it is plural, it is called sporangia. If it is singular, it is called sporangium. Okay, ovule is megasporangium, and it's related to male. It is called microsporangium, and male part is called androecium. It is called microsporophyll. Understood? Okay. Now next one. Let's see. This is the female part. Again, it has a different concept. If this carpel is free, some plants has free carpel, some has fused carpel. If it is fused up, then it is called syncarpous. And if it is free, it is called apocarpous. Apocarpous. You can see carpus, carpel. Okay, the word is from carpel. Syncarpous means fused up. Apocarpous means free. You can see in the hibiscus, there are 5 stigmas you can easily see. Actually, this is fused up form. Okay, there are 5 carpels. So, hibiscus is an example of pentacarpellary. Fused up, so it is called syncarpous. Understood? Now, let's move to our main topic, that is structure of Anatropous ovule. I already said that ovary contains ovule. You can see here ovary, and ovule is inside the ovule. Ovary. Inside the ovary, ovule is there, and ovary, the wall of ovary is attached with ovule by a nutritive tissue. There is a nutritive tissue called placenta. It gives nourishment to the developing ovule. I'll show you structure here in detail, in large size. Okay, see, this is the Anatropous ovule. Okay, you can see this is the placenta over here. See, placenta. Then this is called stalk of ovule. This is called stalk of ovule. The stalk of ovule is called funicle or funiculus. It is called funiculus. Okay? And this part is called body of ovule. This is stalk, this is body. Body contains main central part which has a parenchymatous cell, and this complete part is called nucellus. called nucellus. Don't confuse. It is called nucellus. Okay. Now nucellus is covered up everywhere by two covering. Here you can see covering. It is covered up. Nucellus is covered everywhere except one opening. Here you can see some pore is there, one hole is there, and this is called micropyle. Very important. This is called micropyle. Just pay attention. Very important. 7 to 6 times question has been asked on this same topic. Very simple and basic topic for NEET exam. You can observe. You can check last year's papers. So many questions asked on this very basic topic. Now next one. You can see opposite to the micropyle. This part is called chalaza. This is called chalaza. Actually, this is the base of ovule. But you think that it is upside. But actually, it is just an inverted structure. The straight structure of ovule, I'll show you here. The straight structure of ovule is like this. Means here is nucellus, here is the covering. Okay. This type of ovule is straight. And this is the inverted structure. Upright structure. So this is the base. And when it tilted downside or it directed downside, the base comes upside. So this is the base of ovule. Okay, next the nucellus is covered by two covering, and these covers are called integuments. We'll see the functions. Integument is a protective cover of nucellus. Chalaza is the base. Funiculus is the stalk of ovule. Okay. So this body and the stalk is attached with the part is called hilum. It is called hilum. Then, so one more part is inserted which connect to the body and stalk. That part is called a raphe. That part is called raphe. Again we'll see. This type is straight type. It is also called orthotropous. Actually there are 6 types of ovules. From that this is anatropous. And why it is called anatropous we'll see. The body contains nucellus which is covered by integuments except one opening, and that opening is called micropyle. So this region of ovule is called micropylar region, and this portion of this region of ovule is called chalazal region or chalazal end. So why it is called anatropous? Because in this type micropyle is downward direction. And you can see the straight structure, it is called orthotropous. You can see micropyle is at the top. Chalaza, micropyle and funicle are in straight line. But here, chalaza and micropyle are opposite. If micropyle is downward direction, that structure is called anatropous. Okay. Then, you can see this structure in immature ovule. Then, some cells of nucellus towards the micropylar end becomes modified and it forms a megaspore mother cell, or it is also called archisporial cell. Okay, so this cell undergoes divisions to form mature structure, and mature structure is embryo sac. Okay, this cell is called MMC, that is megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell. Okay. So this cell, from this cell there is a formation of female gametophyte and ovule becomes mature. Means there is a formation of female gametophyte, and female gametophyte is called embryo sac. Okay. From megaspore mother cell there is a formation of embryo sac. Okay, we'll see how it will form. So, did you get the point? Again, we'll explain within 2 minutes. So, this is the nutritive tissue which attaches to the ovary, wall of ovary to the ovule. This is the stalk of ovule, which is called funiculus. This is the body which attaches to the funiculus, and body and funiculus attach to the point called as hilum. The central part contains nucellus. Simple parenchymatous cells are there, which is diploid in structure, nature, ploidy level. We'll see again ploidy level of different cells. So this is the base of ovule, and this is the base of ovule is called chalaza, and nucellus is covered everywhere by the integuments. You can see here two integuments, 1 and 2 integuments. So this type of structure is called bitegmic. The outer is called testa and inner is called tegmen. Outer testa, inner tegmen. If some ovule has only one integument, then it is called unitegmic. Okay. The next, how the embryo sac develops. The cell of nucellus towards the micropylar end, it becomes MMC, that is megaspore mother cell. Okay, here I will show you one megaspore mother cell, and simply we can write it as MMC. It undergoes one meiosis division. As you know, meiosis is a reduction division, and it gives 4 haploid cells, which is in linear form. Means all are in straight line in linear form. Okay, and from that cell 3 cells get degenerate. Only 1 cell is remaining, and that cell is called functional megaspore. That cell is called functional megaspore. Now this functional megaspore undergoes free nuclear division. 3 successive nuclear division. Okay, from that, okay, I'll show you. Here is the functional megaspore. From first division, first mitotic divisions means in mitosis, from one cell there is a formation of 2 cells. Here nuclear division occurs, means from one cell you will get 2 nuclei. Okay. Next, from second division, here there is formation of 4 nuclei, second division, and from third division you will get 8 nuclei. 8. 4 in one pole, 4 at the one pole, 4 at the second pole. Means 4 at the chalazal end, 4 at the micropylar end. Now here, after this formation of 8 nuclei, the nucleus from one cell comes at the center. Means 3 nucleus remain at the chalazal end, and from this pole 1 nuclei come at the center, and here 3 cells remaining at the micropylar end, and there is a formation of wall, means there is a formation of cells. This structure is called embryo sac. This is the embryo sac. It is also called female gametophyte. Female gametophyte. Okay. So how many cells you can see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means embryo sac is 7-celled structure. 7-celled. And how many nucleus you can say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nucleus. 8 nucleus or nuclei. Same question has been asked for NEET. Means embryo sac is 7-celled or 8 nucleus, or 8 nucleus, or 8-celled or 7-nucleated. The answer is 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. Okay. Then we'll label the cells. The 3 cells towards the chalazal end, these cells are called antipodal cells. Antipodal cells. And 3 cells towards the micropylar end are called egg apparatus. You can see there are two types of cells in the egg apparatus. The central cell is egg cell, which is a female gamete. Female gamete. And the another two, this one, these two cells are the synergids. Synergids, very important. Same question related to synergid asked for NEET exam. Synergid is filiform apparatus. Filiform means hair-like structures you can see in the cell of synergid. It's very important for the entry of pollen tube. You already know that pollen tube enters through the microcoil. Okay, when pollen tube enters here, okay, I'll show you this structure here. This is the complete mature structure of anatropous ovule. Okay, now you can see this is the mature structure of anatropous ovule when embryo sac formed. Then the cells near to the chalaza end are called antipodal cells. Antipodal cells. Okay, and the cell which is at the center is called secondary nucleus, or it is also called definitive nucleus. Or it is also called, it has two nuclei, so it is called polar nuclei as well. Then, okay, this is the structure of embryo sac, and it is developed from megaspore mother cell, which is the cell of nucellus. Okay, means for the development of female gametophyte, 1 meiosis and 3 mitosis divisions are required. Okay, very important. 1 meiosis and 3 mitosis divisions are required. So the MMC is diploid in nature, and after meiosis, it changes into haploid cell. Haploid cell means you can see all cells are haploid except this secondary nucleus, which is diploid in ploidy level. Okay, now we'll see the function of each part. Stalk means funicle is important for the support to the complete ovule. Chalaza is the base. Integument is for the protection. Then microcoil is the opening from here. Pollen tube inserted into the ovule. Synergid is very important for the entry of pollen tube because it guide to enter, because it attracts the pollen tube for the in the embryo sac. Okay, so this is the structure of embryo sac, 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. So all is about the structure of anatropous ovule. Okay, so if you have any doubts or any problems, you can write in the comment box. Thank you.